What's up to all my faces out there? Man, that was a stupid game last night. And man, I looked at my video last night and man, I was pretty damn sleepy. Yeah, I was tired last night. I was having my nose, stopping up, blowing my nose, wiping it. Now my nose is all raw around here and stuff. But I didn't get upset last night. I sat in my recliner, looked at the television, didn't get upset, didn't scream at the TV, didn't mouth at the TV, didn't put my hands up in the air, nothing. I'm numb. I'm to the point to where I'm a numb Cowboys fan. And, like I said last night, the season is over. Jerry Jones wants to play games yesterday, talking about trades and all that. And I even said, after this loss, I don't even worry about no trades. And we turn around and get Logan Wilson from the Cincinnati Bengals, that came from another bad defense. Like, I mean, yeah, and I even saw a post. Oh, this is good. This is a good need. We need some help. Like help for what? To get an extra tackle or two in the game? This whole defense needs to be changed. Deron Bland, I think is pretty much like, my opinion, was the best defensive player on the football team. And this dude got cooked by Marvin Harrison Jr. He could not keep up with him. Deron Bland, man, he got tore up. This Dallas Cowboys team is an embarrassment. And Jerry Jones up there sitting with Stephen A. Smith, hanging out with them and stuff. Like, we are a mess, guys. We are, oh man. Like, we're not, like I said, we're dog crap. It feels like we're not even dog crap. We're not even sewer. We're not even dumpster fire. Like, man, we're straight up dead flesh that's just been sitting for days. That's how bad this defense is to make the whole Dallas Cowboys team look bad. It's the rest of the season, it's going to either be a shootout, win or lose, or defense going to, give up a bunch like they always have been. And sometimes the offense will struggle and lose the game. Because if the offense don't keep up, we lose. We're not balanced. The offense is just not balanced. You had Dak, running around everywhere, trying to do what he can, abandoning the run and trying to give it to Williams a few times, but even if Williams got it, he fumbles. We're lost. Our identity is non-existent. It's invisible. We don't even have one. 3-5-1. And you still have Cowboys fans saying, the season's not over yet. We still got a whole nother half. We still got 8 games. Oh, man. You serious? Yeah, we got the Raiders after bye week, but the Eagles again? The Chiefs? The Lions? The Lions are probably going to put 50 points on us. The Vikings? You got Chargers, throwing in a little bit of, flashes here and there. And who knows, Commanders can get payback even without, Jaden Daniels. And who knows about the Giants, in the last game. I mean, man, just lose all the games. Lose them all. Like what we all want to call it, tank. Because you're gonna lose like 4 or 5 more games. And be 5-11-1 or 6-10-1. That's what it's looking like. And really, just let us lose. I don't care. I'm going to be right there all game long, every game, every week, and still watch my Cowboys. I love my freaking Dallas Cowboys, man. It's a part of my life. And you got a few dudes on here, on YouTube. Oh, Cowboys left because, he found religion and he left. Like, shut up, man. Well, the stupid crap, some of the stupidest crap that people say. You know, Jesus Christ found me. It's not even about religion, man. It's about Jesus Christ. If the Dallas Cowboys lose, it's still, I'm gonna worship Jesus Christ. If the Dallas Cowboys win, I'm still gonna worship Jesus Christ. If the Dallas Cowboys lose, it's still Dallas Cowboys for life. If the Dallas Cowboys win, it's still Dallas Cowboys for life. I know I said I wasn't gonna, do YouTube anymore, but I never left officially. I'm still here. I've been doing this since 2017. I don't do YouTube for my life and all that. I do it for fun because I love my Dallas Cowboys. You see my room, and the places that I moved at and stuff, that's my team. That's been my team since I've been a little boy. I've watched the Dallas Cowboys before they won their freaking third Super Bowl. YouTube is not my life. If I want to get off of YouTube, I'm still a Dallas Cowboys fan. If a fan gets off of YouTube and people say you're not a fan anymore, and you give up, that's stupid, man. Social media can kiss my ass. I get on here because I like to associate with other NFL fans and a few Cowboys fans that support my channel. I appreciate a few Cowboys fans coming up because this fan base wants to be so cliquish. Gangs and cliques and groups and don't talk to that fan. And the other people will listen because they're in that clique, they won't talk. That's just, man, like stupid. I get on YouTube because I love my Dallas Cowboys, win or lose. And I will worship my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, win or lose. If I want to stay on YouTube, that's what I'm going to do. If I want to get off of YouTube, that's what I'm going to do. But seriously, guys, this season is over. What a stupid little trade. And I'm not saying I was expecting a big trade because I talked about Max Crosby a little bit, and that's just not going to happen, and I just don't want no try. I just don't want my first round picks taken away. I just go ahead and just let us lose out. I still love my Dallas Cowboys. I'm just kind of looking to next year already, and be in at least the top 10. And hope for the Green Bay Packers just to collapse and just start losing games like they did against the Panthers, and for them to be, top 15, top 20 or something like that, because you do not want these Packers to, to have a winning season, go far in the playoffs, in the middle of the playoffs or whatever, and be almost a second round pick. This whole team, of course, Matt Eberflus is going to leave. We already know that. At the end of the season, he's gone. Looks like he's going to stay here the rest of the season because he should have been gone a long time ago. If he ain't gone now, he's going to finish off the rest of the season, and he will be fired when they call it Black Monday, hopefully. But, Shoddy, it's like I want to give him chance after chance, but stupid decisions last night against the Cardinals on going forward in the first. We should just kick the field goal to get a good start. We got overconfident thinking we're going to do something. You got Solomon Thomas like freaking dressing up as Jedi or whatever, saying before the game. You had other players dancing around acting goofy, before kickoff. I mean, this Dallas Cowboys team is a joke. And no, it's not all on Dak. But Dak running around doing all he's a leader with words. He's a leader as a person, but he's not a leader on that football field. There's a difference. Call me racist all you want, man. I just want a white quarterback. You know what I'm saying? It had nothing to do with the black person and all that stuff. I'm just saying, I want another Troy Aikman. I want another Dan Marino. I want another Jim Kelly. I want another Peyton Manning, and Tom Brady is beyond rare. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want another Ben Roethlisberger. I ain't talking about in his life. I'm talking about as a football player. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want a good leader to come in and lead this football team on the football field, not words, not outside of the, outside of the camp, on that football field. But that defense, man, Logan Wilson ain't going to change nothing. He's just going to get an extra tackle or two, or three. Maybe a sack. Woo, a sack, And it'll be like 3rd down and 15 and then give up that 3rd down. It'll be 1st down again, and the drive will continue. And it seems like every time the defense has a good, we make a good play on 2nd down, it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15, even 3rd and 20. And still get a 1st down. That's how bad our football team is. That's how bad our football team is, or our defense. But it is what it is. We're going into bye week. We're 3-5-1, and who knows about the Raiders game? That's anybody's game right there, It'll be a toss-up between the Cowboys and Raiders, in Las Vegas. Then you got the Eagles. Then you got the Chiefs. Then you got the Lions. Then you got the Vikings. Oh, yeah, this season is over. It's done. Just sit back, relax, and just enjoy what's left of football in general. Enjoy your Cowboys. Because overall, I love watching my Cowboys. I love when football season's here. I love the fall. I love wintertime. I love this time of the year. And I'm just going to enjoy football. I mean, hey, man, I'm not, I'm glad I haven't purchased no tickets, to a Cowboys game this year. I go to one game a year. And 2023, I went to 3 games. We beat the Jets. We beat the Lions, with Jimmy Johnson, being inducted to the Ring of Honor, and then me and my daughter went to the wild card playoffs, against the Packers. And you know how that ended up, but I go to like one game a year. Nope, not this year, but this weekend, number 9 Texas Tech. I still got my college football team. Number 9 Texas Tech against number 8 BYU. And I'll be there. And game day. Game day hasn't been in Lubbock for 17 years. It's been 17 years. And I'll be there. I'll be at that game, baby. Now that is a good time. But on the other side, when it comes to NFL, my team, the Dallas Cowboys, are trash. They're rotten flesh, dead flesh that's been sitting around for a few days. We need a new quarterback. We need to work on that offensive line more. We need to find a 3rd wide receiver. And I can say, sophisticated things, with the offense. But the defense, throw them branches in the fire and start planting some new ones. That whole defense got to go. I'm being serious. That whole defense got to go. Oh, I could not stand looking at Marshall Needland. Needland looked like he was just jogging around, hoping that somebody else was going to tackle instead. Seriously? This defense is a joke. They're at the point to where they're not even trying. And even when they do want to try, they get outplayed. All right, guys, I'm getting out of here. I'm putting up, it's 14 minutes going on 15 minutes, I kind of I was real sleepy last night, dragged it out. So, it is what it is, like we shouldn't be getting upset the rest of the season, and just sit back and enjoy football, sit back and just watch our Cowboys, just, go walk themselves into some flames. And, then you got playoffs after the holidays, and let's just enjoy the rest of the football season. I'll be around here and there, but you won't see me weekly. What's the point? Especially with my channel only being 2,000 subscribers. I don't have no 20,000, 15,000, 25, 30,000 subscribers or nothing, you know. I'm just another YouTube. Why do you think I call myself Cowboys Face? I'm just another face that's a Cowboys fan. See this face? It's just another face that's a Dallas Cowboys fan. But I appreciate you tuning in, y'all. And it's always Dallas Cowboys for life. You know, everybody can kiss my ass, especially the ones that want to make remarks of me, you know, leaving in there. I've been around since 2017. How about them Cowboys? Always. Win or lose. And Jesus Christ is the only way.